Truth be told, after being in lockdown for almost a year, the concept of living the exact same day over and over again, it ain't a stretch.
Here you are, standing on the precipice of something so much bigger than anyone here. But always remember, you are not alone.
I don't think that we met. I'm Sarah.
Niles.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel and time for another episode of Luke's Reviews. On today's video, I'm going to be reviewing a brand new, a completely new, fresh movie that definitely has not been released all over the world apart from the UK. This is my review for Palm Springs. Andy Samberg and Cristin Milioti star as two wedding goers who find themselves stuck in an infinite time loop, meaning that they must live the same day over and over again. With seemingly no escape, the two begin to live life to the fullest. I have heard nothing but continuous praise for this film. Way back when it was first released in the beginning of 2020 at the Sundance Film Festival, then it got a wide release in the States during the summer of 2020, and then seemingly every single country other than the UK. But now, quite literally, after over a year of hype, Palm Springs is now available to watch on Prime Video, and I can confidently say that it was worth the wait. This is one of the most effortlessly charming movies I've seen in recent years, and if you are after a very light-hearted, easy-to-watch comedy, I cannot recommend this one highly enough. Now, the whole Groundhog Day type scenario has been done to death. Some films have found a good way of navigating the premise, whilst others just add nothing and adhere to a dull and uninventive formula. Palm Springs doesn't necessarily reinvent the concept, but what it does is take it firmly with both hands and run with it. It has such a good time playing around with living the same day over and over again, and much of that fun is because of Andy Samberg and Cristin Milioti as the driving force of this film. Andy Samberg is probably the most likable actor working today. I've been a huge fan of his all the way back to his SNL days and work with The Lonely Island. Then recently, he's obviously had Brooklyn Nine-Nine and his criminally underseen mockumentary Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping. And Palm Springs utilizes Samberg's greatest talents. His charisma, charm, and infectious sense of humor. As Niles, his somewhat carefree attitude towards his overall predicament leads to some of the film's biggest and best laughs. What I also liked about his character is that they aren't afraid to touch on the horrors of having to live in this perpetual cycle, and when it's called upon him, Samberg really does a good job in nailing those dramatic beats. As for Cristin Milioti, she has amazing chemistry with Samberg. The two bounce off one another so well, and eventually there is a very endearing bond that begins to be formed. She starts off with more of a frosty attitude, but over time her character learns to embrace life and sees any opportunities at her disposal, and I think on the whole, Milioti does such a great job. J.K. Simmons also pops up in a supporting role, and you can just tell that he is having so much fun with the role that he has been given. The film definitely takes some leaps in terms of its narrative, and I feel like you're either going to be on the side of it and go with it, or it's just not going to work for you, meaning that you might not gel as much with the third act. For me, though, because the film had me so tightly in its grasp, I was on board for whatever this film had to throw at me. Palm Springs is one of those films that is just so pleasing to watch and absolutely earns all of the praise you may have heard about it already. It aims to slap a huge grin on your face, give you endless laughs, and great characters to follow on their journey, so I'm pretty confident that this is a film I will be returning to watch on numerous occasions. Overall, I'm going to give Palm Springs a 9 out of 10. Anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on Palm Springs. Let me know. I mean, most of you would have had the chance to see the film by now. What did you think of it? For me, in terms of the films that have been released in the UK in 2021, this is up there with one of my favourites. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hello, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure to click that like button, and if you aren't already, click that subscribe button too.